Hey you guys, what's up? So this is my first episode of Keeping It Real with Danie Steele. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a really long time since we made a video on the DK show. Like I said, this is going to be the first Keeping It Real with Danie Steele, so we're not going to be doing the whole, oh, is you crazy, mother? All right, because I'm just going to be taping these on my phone because it's a lot easier for me to do it on my phone, edit it, and get it out than it is to do the regular ones where we try to give you all the highest quality, HD, sound, vision, everything, right? All right, so anyways, like I said, I know it's been a long time. We were planning for our wedding and, getting ready for the wedding, and it's destination wedding, so and just talking about the wedding, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to do a video about the wedding, which I will. But right now, I'm just gonna do one about traveling abroad while black. Just things that I notice about traveling abroad while black, that are different from living as a black person in the United States. And one of the things that I noticed here that I really feel like I appreciate is customer service. I feel like the customer service here is pretty good, actually, for the most part. For the most part, I got a story. I got a story to tell you. So, but yeah, generally I feel like when I go into stores, but also I am going in the stores with Ken, my husband, who's white, right? So, I feel like when I go into stores, um, most of the time, whether it's with him or not, while I'm abroad, people are pretty attentive, So it's like one of the things I notice about being black abroad is people definitely stare at you, and honestly, the thing is, it's like I can't even say it's more than they do in New York City or upstate New York. I can't, because you catch white people staring at you all the time if you're a black person. And what I will encourage other black people to do, as I plan to do with my own children, is teach your children to stare at them the way they teach their children to stare at you. Teach your children to stare at them and wonder what's going on there and what that is and why it's around them. Because a little girl almost got cussed out the other day from staring at me, and then Ken's like, oh, they're staring at you because you're pretty. I'm like, that little girl don't think I'm pretty. I know that very much. I know that. She's not like, oh, wow, a beautiful woman. Wow, I've never seen a beautiful black woman like that before. That's not why she's staring. That's not why she's staring. So I don't know why she's staring, because I know I'm pretty. I know I'm gorgeous, but Lord knows I don't know why she's staring. So teach your kids about that staring shit, or I will. Definitely. And you're not going to like what I tell them, because I don't give a fuck about your kid. Real talk. So anyways, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm done with it, So anytime somebody stares at me, I stare right back at them, just full. And they usually look away. You know what I'm saying? They usually look away. Even if I don't, and I'll stare back or I'll say something, because I'm not the one. So stop doing the shit. Learn some manners. You need to learn some manners. Y'all old asses need to learn some manners. You need to teach your fucking kids to learn some manners. In the meantime, since they don't have any, black people, I encourage you to teach your children to stare at non-black people the way they stare at you. Okay? And that's what I'm going to teach my kid. I'm never, ever going to tell my child to stop staring at a white person, because I've never seen a white person tell their child to stop staring at me. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, I feel like the customer service here is better than my sidebars. Because, I don't know, maybe it's abroad, they know that they gotta make some money. They know that generally a black person's not gonna be over here, unless they had money to get over here in the first place. I don't know, but I feel like while I'm acknowledged differently, right, with the staring, I feel like generally I'm treated the same. Generally. So like when I go into stores, they're very attentive or whatever. That was not the case this morning when I had breakfast at the hotel that we're staying at. And, we're staying in the executive suite because that's how we roll. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? That's life. And in the master suite, right? So we're in the executive suite. I go down for breakfast, sans Ken, because he was still sleeping in. And it was like 9:30, 9 o'clock. It was like 9 o'clock. Breakfast starts at 8:30 to like 8:30 to 10:30 here. So I go out for some breakfast, and one of the men working asks me, and we're in Italy right now, Rome specifically, and love the city, it's beautiful. Okay, so anyways, back to breakfast. We're I go in, have my breakfast. Now, the reason why I got up at 9 o'clock to get my breakfast is because when we go later, there's more people. And that's just more people staring at me like, what are you doing in this hotel? I'm actually staying in one of the most expensive rooms in this hotel. That's what I'm doing in this hotel. That's what I'm doing in this hotel. Living my life like it's golden. All right. So, this waiter here asks me coffee or tea or cappuccino. I said cappuccino, of course. I don't fuck with coffee, and I get tea from time to time. So anyways, he goes, gets me the cappuccino, comes back and says, what's your name? Oh no, he said, what's your room number? I was like, and see, that's the thing too, because they try to say, oh, we just try to know people's names so that, and I'm like, but why would you ask my room number? You could just ask me, hi, excuse me, what's your name? He didn't say, like I told him later, you didn't say please, and you didn't say thank you. That's a must when you in the master suite, okay? So he's like, what's your name? No, he said, what's your room number? I was like, I don't know my room number is. I'm in the executive suite. And he's like, what's your name? Your room number, your name. I was like, Danielle. He's like, okay. And turns around. What is me saying Danielle? I'm pretty sure Danielle is not on your page. I'm pretty sure my room is listed under my husband's name. You know what I'm saying? So I sat there, because I usually take the breakfast and go upstairs. But I was like, let me sit here since he done asked me this question. And the only reason I sat down was because he asked me coffee, tea, or cappuccino. So I said, okay, let me sit down and wait for the cappuccino. Usually I go upstairs with my food because I don't appreciate eating and having old white people stare at me. Like, what are you doing here? I have more money than you. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I have more money than you. I'm living my life. Okay? Yeah. So anyways, I sat there for 20, 25 minutes and waited and listened. And he didn't ask a single other person what their room number was and what their name was. So I walked my ass right over to the front desk and said, I need to speak with your manager. And of course, some blonde white lady who's not a manager. And that's also something I don't appreciate. When I say let me speak to your manager, let me speak to your manager. I know you're not the manager because you're at the front desk saying hi for a living, okay? That's not what managers do. So anyways, she's like, you can talk to me. You can talk to us. I said, fine, I'll talk to you. Told her what happened with the guy during breakfast. They were like, oh no, that's just because we have outside people come in. We have outside people come in. I was like, language barrier. I don't know what you're talking about. So someone else who spoke better English was like, yeah, we have people that come in. And I don't know if they were talking about the wait staff or they were talking about people from outside the street. I'm assuming people from outside the street come into the hotel to try to have some breakfast maybe. So you're asking me what my fucking name is and what's my room number? Like, oh, I could be one of your little transients that just rolled up in here for some free fucking breakfast. The breakfast ain't that hot to be rolling up in here for some fucking free breakfast. One, okay? So I was like, told them what happened. They're like, oh no, that's just because we like to, check the names and, we like to, because people come from the outside and we do that with everyone. I say, no, you did not do that with everyone because I sat there for 20 minutes and I listened to him ask other people coffee, cappuccino, or tea, and then he gave them their coffee, cappuccino, or tea. He didn't ask them their name, he didn't ask them their room number. So they tried to justify it, but they couldn't. So I went upstairs. I told Kim what was up. He went downstairs and was like, he was like, let's go. We're going to talk to this dude. So first we went and he spoke directly to the dude. And he was like, I want to know what it is about my wife that you think reminds you of a transient. I want to know. I want to know why she was the only person questioned. He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And Kim was like, I don't want to hear that sorry. I don't want to hear your sorries. I want to hear why you think that you can look at my wife out of all the people here and ask her what's her room name, what's her room number, and what's her name. That's what I want to know. So he put it on him, and then we went to the front desk, and he was like, let me speak to your manager, Blondie, who was trying to tell me that it's all good. He's like, no, it's not all good. I want to speak to the manager. So the manager came down. We had a nice little chat. She said the same thing that they said. Okay, now, of course, and I'll put a picture in. We got a free bottle of wine and an apology letter from the hotel. Because, people want to have, because, I'm a YouTuber. Okay, they don't know that, but, like, people talk. And I have no problem going out and being like, this hotel, allows racism, but I'm not going to do that because I got my apology letter and I got my bottle of wine, okay? No, that's not the only reason I'm not going to do that, They were very apologetic. And like I was explaining to Ken, this guy probably can't even answer why he chose me because racism is so pervasive. It's ingrained and it's indoctrinated. They don't even know why they're racist, but they are. And if you're racist, I'm going to call you out on it. And like I told her, I said, listen, I'm from the United States. It's a very racist country. And I call it out there, and I'm going to call it out here because we're not paying all this money to travel. It's bad enough when I'm on the street, everybody's fucking staring. If you think I'm pretty, say ciao bella, okay, and keep it moving, okay? Don't fucking stare at me like, okay? Don't fucking stare at me and my man. Oh, what an odd combination. I don't give a fuck what you think about the combination. Boss off fly. I hate flies, all right? Keep it moving. All right? And because y'all want to stare, believe me, I will be staring back now. And I will be saying something to you. So enjoy those conversations. All right? Speaking of conversations, I follow, a lot of awesome, particularly Black women YouTubers who also are not putting up with the shit. And one of the women I follow was talking about an experience that she had. And her name is Cyn, C-Y-N. I'll put the link. I don't know if I can put links on this camera phone. I don't know how this is gonna be the first video I put out, so I don't know if I'll be able to put a link, but I'll put a link later or whatever. The point is, she was talking about an experience she had at Costco, where if you are used to Costco, she was saying, they make you stand in the line to pay, and then they make you stand in another line to like make sure you didn't steal anything while you were there. And she was saying, I'm not going to stand in two lines. There's nothing in the store that says I have to. And if you can't trust your customers enough to not make them wait in two lines, then you shouldn't have a business. And I completely agree with her. It's a bunch of bullshit. Ken thinks it's a bunch of bullshit. And also, I don't know if she realizes this because I don't know what type of, Costco she goes to, but the Costco that we go to out where, Ken's family is from in the suburbs of Rochester, they don't make them stand in line again because the majority of the customers is white. And you have to be white to get out there. You have to have a nice car and you have to be living out there generally to go to that particular Sam's Club or Costco, whatever. So they don't make their white customers stand in line again. It's only the Costco, the Sam Clubs where there's a diverse there's a diverse audience that they'll make you stand in line. And I find that very interesting. Ken noted that shit before I did, okay? Because he's like, what the fuck is this? Standing in a second line? I never had to do that before at Costco or Sam's Club or whatever. Now all of a sudden I got standing in a second line, and we noticed in Black neighborhoods with predominantly Black customers or mostly Black customers or even half Black customers, you make niggas stand in line in that second line. Costco, Sam's Club, what you got to say about that? So anyways, like she was saying, some guy tried to check her on some like white supremacy shit, being like, you gotta stand in the second line, and she squared him up in his eyes and like, nigga, come on. And like y'all know, y'all follow my channel, white niggas is niggas since they want to be niggas so bad. So she, she squared him up. She didn't call him a nigga though, but you know how I do. And was like, you really want to go? Just with her eyes, so she didn't like say that, I guess, and he got the message. And I want to say to somebody who likes to stalk my videos, likes to stalk my Facebook, who I sent a message to the other day, you know who you are. Hi. Hi, you. Hi. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you because you are a person who actually can get closer to me than other people because you know somebody I know. You know who the fuck I'm talking to. All right? I'll call you North Carolina. All right? right? You know who you are. Look into my eyes. What I told you in that email about me not being intimidated by you, far from it. Don't say shit back in the email to me. Don't write me no emails. You got something to say to me, you can give me a call. All right? Stop stalking the DK show, talking about it's racist. Stop stalking my Facebook page, talking about it's racist. Black people can't be racist in America or anywhere else. All right? Because they don't have the political, economic power to do anything with their feelings. And that's what racism is. Racism is not about feelings. It's about power. You're uneducated, so you don't know that. Stay out of my life. Stop mentioning me in anything that you have to say, because you don't pay none of my bills. Like I told you in that email, I want nothing to do with you, and you ain't gonna never see me or mine ever again. But what's yours, you can see that whenever you like. Whether that wants to see you back is on you. So sorry I had to make this little fucking message and all y'all had to see that, but she wants to pop off, and I thought like Sin told the dude in the lion. Look in my eyes. You already know the deal. This is not the 70s. We don't play that shit. And just like I told the people here at the hotel, I don't play that shit. I don't play it in America, and I'm not playing it here. You're not gonna be treating me different, especially when I'm putting money on it. All right? I didn't go to some Trump rally. All right? I'm paying for a service. Deliver it. All right, and don't be talking about something. You're so pretty to be angry. Okay, well, guess what? I'm a black woman, so I'm feisty. All right, don't tell no fucking black woman she's too pretty to be angry. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, check out my wedding band. By the way, like I said, I got married. You know, check out the manicure. Okay, you know what I'm saying? On that Gazi Koto, check that melanin. Come on, come on. It's been fly. It's been popping since I've been in Italy. All right, it's a beautiful place. Most people know how it goes, but I just want to let y'all know on some real, not play, on real. Yup, that shit is done. I didn't grow up in the fucking 70s, nigga. Born in 1986. Don't try to play with me, because you're going to get it. And I had something else I was going to say too. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. This video is already 18 minutes long. I'm not going to do it. But you know what? I'm having a great time. I'm still in an interracial relationship, and I'm still checking the privilege, okay, wherever it goes, all right? Because on that coon shit, cut it. I done got rid of all coons in my life. I don't care how fucking close you was to me. Y'all coons know who y'all is. Pop the fuck off. Pop the fuck off. All right? Don't come on my fucking page, my Facebook page, be being mad disrespectful. I don't appreciate that shit. Don't play yourself. Now, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Danie Steele, Periscope, Danie Steele, and my Facebook page, Danie Steele. This has been Keeping It Real with Danie Steele. First edition, more to come. Love you guys. Bye.